Libra, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Libra, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards. Going to do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, Libra. So I hope you guys are doing well. Just know that there's a lot of energy coming through. So if you're feeling like this or you're feeling like that, it's because there's so much energy. The planets are shifting all over the place. My goodness. So just there's a lot of good energy here too. So all right, so let's see what's going on with your reading. This is going to be for Libra spirit for their highest good. This is for Libra, their highest good. The cards. Oh. All right, so it says, wow, this is nice. Very nice, you guys. It says, wandering path, enjoy the journey. Wow, so you are definitely on a new beginning, new journey. Very nice. And then it says, faraway places, get ready for new horizons. So you may be taking a trip somewhere. This is nice. New direction, new journey. Nice, beautiful. Both cards clarify it, so this is nice. So let's see what your reading says, Libra. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. Let's see what's going on for you. One card for the current. One for the situation. One for the past. One for what's hidden. One for the hopes and fears. Wow. One for what you need to do now. What you need to work on. One for the outcome. Wow. All right, what's going on, Libra? There's a lot here going on. My goodness. I'm just gonna put that right there. Whew. A lot of energy here. A lot of energy is here. All right, so you start off with the Devil card. The Devil card is talking about going back to old patterns, you know, having habits that are not good for you, some kind of attachments, like self-attachments, like being angry all the time, resentment, you know, anger, guilt, you're like in this, you could also be having like this behavior, like you really don't care, that kind of behavior here. Wow. Yeah, the Moon card here. The Moon card is talking about that you're not seeing things clearly. You really are not seeing things clearly. Wow. And then you have the Hangman here. The Hangman is saying for you to let go of the past, to have patience for everything, to be calm about things, to let go of the past. Just let it go. Okay. And then you have the Eight of Swords here for the what's hidden. The Eight of Swords is talking about it's about something that you're not seeing. You're not seeing things. You're having a lot of negative thoughts. Just like you feel like you're tied down. Like, like there's something here about like you don't want to move forward. Like there's something here that you don't want to see. There's some kind of truth. There's something here because you see how she's blindfolded. Well, she like doesn't want to see the situation for what it is. She doesn't want to hear nothing. She don't want to see nothing because, she doesn't want to move forward from anything. She just wants to she doesn't care. It could be he or she also, because tarot doesn't not have any gender. So just remember that. Okay. And then you have the Star card. I feel like you just need to have faith. You need to keep your hope. I feel like there's some kind of healing here that you need to go through, or that you're going through. Wow. Okay. And then you have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is talking about Five of Pentacles is talking about like feeling alone, being very hurt about something. You've been hurt. You have a mindset of just negativity in your mind, feeling worried about things. You could also be feeling like you're not going to have enough, or financially you're not going to have enough. You have the Seven of Swords for the what you need to work on, and this. I feel like you need to be honest with yourself. Like there's some kind of you're keeping things quiet to yourself. There could be like trying to get away with something, or just some kind of betrayal, some kind of sneakiness. Like there's just a strong energy here. It's just crazy. Like something like there's some kind of backstabbing. It just could be anything. We'll get more with the cards when the cards come in. So you have the strength card towards the end, and for the outcome. And I was talking about finding your courage, finding your strength and your confidence, and start focusing on things. Okay, so let's see what the cards say. My goodness, so much here. Woo, woo. Okay, Spirit, this is for Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. Hello, Libra. Libra, my fellow Libra. Hello, Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. There's just so much here. I don't know what it is, why all these cards are coming out, but let us see. All right, Spirit, this is for Libra, for their highest good. Libra, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Why is a double card here for Libra? Good, good. Okay, so in this card here, the devil card, I feel like you're going back to your old habits. Okay, really be careful with that. If there could be some kind of addiction here, habits, patterns. Could be feeling just angry, a lot of angry conflict, so just be careful, wanting to just get angry at everything. I feel like you just need to calm down. I feel like you need to find your patience. They're asking you to take go within and try to change your mindset, meditate, clear your mind, go for walks, listen to a high vibrational music, walking outside, just sitting outside would just make a big difference. Getting away from, the problems. Really need to go within. Okay. And then you do have the Six of Swords, so it's good because you are going to walk away. You're going to better times. All this is in the past, so not in the past, but it's like where you're at. So you're gonna leave it behind, is what I'm trying to say. If you've been feeling anger or going back to old patterns, you're gonna leave that behind. So it's good, very nice. You're going to calmer waters. Things are going to get better, because you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to have the same thing over and over again. So you're moving away from that. So it's good. Things are changing. Good, good, good. They need to change because this right here, the whole layout is not good. The moon. Why is the moon here for Libra? Oh, okay. Hold on. So you do have the Four of Cups. Wow, okay, the Seven of Cups. And you have the Nine of Cups. Okay. All right, so you do have the Moon card. The Moon card is talking about not seeing things clearly. You're not really seeing things clearly. You don't know what's ahead, and you're just not seeing clearly at all. You have like this in your mind, a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety you're dealing with, because your mind is overworking. You're in your mind a lot. I feel with the Five of Cups, you have some kind of guilt. There's a guilt that you're holding on to. And I feel like you need to let that go. Remember all these decisions that we've made, it's because we make them ourselves. But, you need to start to move on, leave it behind, move forward, okay? Because you can't dwell in the past. You can't stay there. You can't live there. You need to move forward, okay? Because there are opportunities, around you. You're just not seeing them. Also, I feel like, if you need to find the light, stop being in the darkness and see the light in everything. You do have the Seven of Cups, and you're contemplating a lot because you want everything. You want so much. you want things to be different, you know, but you want a lot. And the thing is that, you know, you need to be real with yourself with everything that's going on. Really come down to reality and be real about things, okay? Because you are definitely going to contemplate some kind of decision here. But be real about it. You do have the Nine of Cups with it that came out. Nine of Cups is asking you to have gratitude for what you have. You know, be grateful for everything. Even though things have been bad or they've been up and everything's been happening, you know, and you feel like you're just like in a corner. They want you to be grateful. You know, be grateful that it could have been more worse than what it is. Be grateful that, you know, you do have a house over you do have a head, you know, roof over your head. You do have a place to lay, to go to sleep. You do have people around you. You know, be grateful that you have that, because a lot of people don't have that. So you got to be, you know, grateful. They're asking you to have more gratitude. You have the Hangman here, and the Hangman is in the past. They want you to let go of the past. You're holding on to it very strongly. Not only do you have the Five of Cups, you have the Five of Pentacles here. You're just holding on to it. You need to let go of that regret. Whatever it is, whatever decision that you have made in the past, whatever it is that you're going through, let it go. It's done. It's been done. It's said. Let's let it go. Why do you want to hold on to it? Why do you want to keep pressing on to it? There's no sense in it. Okay, so just keep going. Keep going forward. Have patience for everything, Libra. Have patience for everything. Even if it doesn't go your way, have patience. You have the Eight of Swords here for what's hidden. Why is the Eight of Swords here for what's hidden? One more card. So you have the Death card here, and you have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is very nice, very nice. So there's a lot of change that you're going to have to do. Okay, so maybe in the past, you know, you didn't see things clearly. You're not wanting to see things clearly. You know, you're like it's like there's something here that you don't want to see. You have your blindfold on. You know, this person can clearly move forward, but she doesn't. You know, she's too much in her feelings. She's, you know, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter, because tarot has no gender, okay? But they're just telling you that you see this person with the blindfold there. She can easily move forward and run, right? And untie herself and get rid of the blindfold, but she doesn't. She stands in between these swords because she doesn't want to deal with nothing. She doesn't want to see anything, you know? She just wants to just, all right, I just want to go, you know, that kind of thing. You know, she doesn't want to deal with any situation. She doesn't want to, but they want you to. They want you to take that blindfold off. They want you to see the truth in everything that you're doing and what you need to see, okay? Things have to change big times. You need to change things. You're really looking at this material success. You want that material success, you know, but there's a fine line, you know, like they're saying, you know, there's a fine line between material success and what you really want. And there's something here that you really want, but you're just like, but I'll take this material success, that kind of thing, you know. And you're not being honest with yourself. They're saying things are going to change for you because you need to change within you and around you. Things have to change. Okay, you're going through a lot of changes right now, and you're going to continue to keep going through them because you have the Death card. Okay, so there's change here. There's you know, a lot of things you're going through a lot. You're transforming yourself. You're changing yourself. You know, whether it's good or bad, that's going to be up to you. But you are changing. Okay, so just know that. You do have the Ten of Pentacles, and remember, be grateful for everything. Okay, big or small, be grateful. But you're trying to create this strong foundation, this material success, so that you have everything in your life that you want. And it's great and everything, but you got to also deal with what's in your heart, with what's going on, the situations that are going on around you. Your family, your significant other, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your children, your everything, what's going on, and you need to start dealing with that also. But I feel like you're strong. You're working towards that material success, and it's strong, very strong here, that you're going to achieve it. So it's nice. It's very nice. The Star card is here. And why is the Star card here? You have the Ten of Wands. One more card. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. Wow. Okay, so you do have the Ten of Wands here. Okay, so we start off with the Star card, and you are definitely going through a lot. You know, they want you to keep your faith. They want you to keep your hope. You know, they want you to, you know, find your strength, find your faith. They want you to, you know, keep your hope, okay? Don't lose that, you know, because things are going to get better. I feel like you're going through a healing also, that you could be going through a healing because you do have the Death card here. But I feel like, but I feel like you're also overwhelmed with a lot, you know, because you have the Ten of Wands here. You know, maybe you're very discouraged for some reason also too. I feel like for some of you guys that you're very discouraged and you're losing hope and you're losing your faith. And I feel like you need to change that, okay? I feel like you need to strongly go back and see why you're losing your faith, you know, and you know, even if you don't pray or you don't, you know, believe in anyone, you know, you still got to keep that hope, okay? So I feel like for somebody out there, you need to keep your faith, okay? You're feeling very overwhelmed. You're trying to carry everything on your shoulders, the home, the family, the bills. You know, you're really feeling it. You're tired. You're very tired, and you want changes to come through. You want change. I feel like you really need to start setting boundaries. You need to start setting limits because you're overly doing it. You need to let other people help you, or ask other people to help you. Okay. And then with the Knight of Wands, you know, there is definitely a lot of change coming through. You know, there's a lot more change coming through. Try not to do things on an impulse. Try to be calm and have patience. You know, don't do things like just like quick because you're gonna regret a lot of things. There's a lot of things here that you're doing. They're doing it in fast, and you need to really stop and think about things. Okay, because it's like, wow, you know, did I just do that? You know, that kind of thing. So you really need to pay attention, okay? Really don't do things on an impulse. Really be objective about things. Really see things, okay? So they're asking you to be careful. But there is definitely a lot of change here. I feel like you're going to start feeling exciting. You're going to start feeling adventurous and excited about things again. But you need to keep your faith and hope, okay? With the Five of Pentacles here, why is the Five of Pentacles here for Libra? Yeah, there is a lot here. So you do have the Five of Pentacles. Ooh, okay, you have the Five of Pentacles here. The Five of Pentacles is saying that, you know, maybe you feel alone, maybe you feel isolated, maybe you've been hurt, disappointed. You know, maybe you just feel like that. You're just feeling it all, you guys, you know. You know, maybe you're trying to recover from some kind of financial loss or something like that. You know, I feel like that's temporary. You're not gonna feel like that all the time. But you do have the Eight of Swords here again, and the Eight of Swords is asking you to really take that blindfold off. Okay, really see things for what they are, because you need to start seeing things for what they are. You know, you're not really paying attention. You're very disconnected with things right now. You know, you have a lot on your mind, and you're letting things get to you a lot, you know, and it's showing here. You're very impatient, you know, also, and they're asking you to take that blindfold off and really see things for what they are, see the truth in everything also. Really have patience for everything. Really be patient with things, okay? I feel like you just need to not rush into any decisions. I feel like you're trying to move forward, but you're trying to like just rush on everything, and you need to stop, take your time about things, okay? And then you have the Seven of Swords, and why is the Seven of Swords here for Libra? One more card. Ow. Okay. So even though you have this Seven of Swords here, you know, the Seven of Swords is talking about, you know, feeling betrayed, you know, feeling betrayed, feeling like you don't care, you know, I feel like you are, been feeling like you've been betrayed, I've been feeling like, like everybody's turned against you. I feel like, now you've gotten to that point where you just don't care, like you're not wanting to care. You don't care because you've been so hurt by everything that's been happening. The deceit that was there. I feel like you need to start being honest with yourself, really start being honest with yourself. I feel like, you could be just, I feel like you just need to be honest with yourself here, because there are things that you're not seeing. You have the moon card here. The moon card is saying, you're not seeing clearly. There's something here that's cluttering your mind, your anger, the anger that you have, the deceit, feeling feeling betrayed. There's a lot of here, a lot of things that you're saying that you're not wanting to see the truth, of things that you have done or the things that other people have done, but you're needing to see it clearly. They're asking you really go within to try to see things more clearly, because right now you're not seeing clearly at all. And then you have the Nine of Wands here, and the Nine of Wands says that you're really taking a lot on your shoulders. You've been taking a lot, you've been saying a lot, and they're asking you to just keep pushing forward. But get out of this rut, get out of this, feeling like feeling angry, because there is a lot of anger here, and you really need to leave that behind. Okay. Then you have the Strength card. And why is the Strength card here for Libra? One more card. Wow. Good. About time here. So you do have the Strength card here, Libra. The Strength card is talking about finding your strength, having self-control, on how you're doing things, how you're seeing things. Really have that self-control, and really learn from the past. Everything that you have been through, everything that you've done, learn from the mistakes, learn from the past, okay? Because that's what they want you to do. You do have the Lover's card here. The Lover's card is talking about that you are definitely going to make some kind of choice there, that you need really, that you just need to find your patience to have better communication with people, because you're not having, you're taking something and turning it into something else, and you really need to get out of that, and I don't know who that was for, but that was for somebody. And I also feel like you need to communicate better, okay? Because you're not getting your point across, you're not really communicating like you should be. And then you have the Three of, but I do feel like also too, like you have a good connection with somebody has your back, so it's good. But you need to really communicate better. Okay, there is a decision that you're trying to make also about something, and also too, it's a Three of Cups. I feel like you do have a lot of support from friends and family. You think that you don't, but you do. Okay, you're not alone. You do have people having your back, and also feel like there is some kind of celebration coming up. So it's good. Very nice. Very nice. Really have patience, you guys. Really see things for what they are. Really take that blindfold off. Really let go of this anger, because you have a lot of anger here for some reason. Okay, really set boundaries. Have patience. Things are going to get better. Just got to hang in there and keep pushing forward, okay? Be real with yourself. Leave the regret so that you can see things clearly and really go within. Also feel like there is a new decision. There's a new direction that you're going to go through. So be ready. All right, so Libra, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. God bless.